What is up, Snagaholics? Welcome to something brand new here on the channel on this beautiful Tuesday. It is Franchise Hockey Manager 7 and the beginning of our all caps FHM 7 modern day playthrough. Yes, we are starting with the Washington Capitals as GM and head coach. As you can see on the screen below, this is how I am setting up my GM slash head coach. We have a offensive and physical preference. So you can see here. So obviously we went from defense. We went just slightly offensive. We went slightly physical. For GM templates, we went easy going. For coach templates, we went offensive tactician. So you can see on their GM side, we have 7 points negotiating skills, 3 points of discipline, 7 points of self-preservation, and 11 points of player management. Because we're an easygoing guy, you know? Hey, we're going to deal with whatever comes our way. We're going to be nice to the players. Again, gets along with everyone. But the reasons other GMs and players like him may not always be good for the team in the long run. They're going to take advantage of me? Come on, man. On the other side, again, we have offensive tactician for head coach. So tries to win by focusing on good offensive game plan aimed at outgunning his opposition. We're going to have a lot of fun with this series. Some people have been asking, with me doing more OOTP stuff, if I was going to do an FHM franchise. I wasn't 100% sure. I'll be completely honest. Despite the fact that I work for Out of the Park Developments, I am not super familiar with Franchise Hockey Manager 7. Nowhere near as familiar as I am with OOTP. And that just comes from the standpoint of I just don't get as much time to play it as I would like. That being said, if you do see something that I should be doing, something that I'm not doing, something that I should be doing differently, feel free to jump down in the comments below. Let me know. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who are way more knowledgeable about this game than me. I'm going to have some fun. We're going to create some fun content. We're going to try to win a bunch of cups with my caps. It's going to be great. And like I said, feel free to leave comments down below. Also, make sure you drop a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you subscribe as well for all kinds of brand new, hot, fire content. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to try to get a couple of these uploaded per week. And again, there's going to be a bit of a learning curve. Listen, I've dabbled a little bit. If you guys heard me a few weeks ago on the Three Dads podcast, by the way, if you guys do not listen to the Three Dads podcast, I definitely recommend you check it out. The link's in the description down below. I was on talking to the guys about OTP and FHM. We had a pretty cool FHM moment happen, which is why I'm thinking of that podcast now. But again, I want to get into playing it a little bit more. I want to get a little bit more familiar with it. Obviously, being Canadian, I legally am obligated to play it. No, that's not true. But I want to get in. I want to have fun. We're going to have fun with it here on the channel. It's going to be great. I love hockey. I love my caps. And we're just waiting for the file to load up. And then we're going to get Jaunt right into it with a little bit of introduction into what our team looks like, what we need to be doing, what sort of goals we have in the short term. So let's go right in, check our mail. Welcome to Washington. So we've signed a 3-year deal with a yearly salary of $1.75 million. Cha-ching! All right, we're rich. Let's get out of here. Owner team Ted Leonsis will be given the following object in the NHL for the season: playoff race. Obviously, we probably should be a playoff contending team. Budget is $19 million. Current payroll is $84 million. We suggest you have a look at the team roster. The NHL trade deadline is February 24th. Salary cap is $81.5 million. The floor is $60.2. We get the draft evaluation here. We'll take a look at this later. This is going to be a ways off yet. So let's go, before we get going, and take a look at our finances. So we have about $7 million available right now, which is not too bad. Let's see, against the cap, we have $1.3 million in cap space. Not a lot of cap flexibility. And as you can see, it gets even worse. Next season, we only have around $250K. Not good. Not good. You can see our salary obligations. We've got Backstrom. Ovechkin is a UFA after this season. We're not going to start the franchise off by trading my favorite player. Second favorite player. Backstrom's probably my first favorite player. But Kuznetsov's about to start getting... And again, you got to remember, their cap hit if you're not familiar with hockey, the cap hit is the average annual value of the contract. So you see, we might only be paying $5 million to Kuznetsov this year, but his cap hit based on the it just adjusted here. That was strange. Maybe we were looking at somebody else. Oh, sorry. See, I'm learning something already. So you can see the salary obligations tab and the cap obligations tab, two different things. Salary obligations is what we actually pay them. The cap obligations is what counts against the salary cap, which is the average annual value of their entire contract. So you can see we've got a lot of cap tied up at Kuznetsov, a lot of cap tied up in Oshie. Tom Wilson's got a lot of. We have a little bit coming off. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with Ovechkin. Jacob Vrana comes off the books as well. Connor Shear. We go look at our defense. We got a lot of money tied up in Carlson. We do have Siegenthaler, Van Riemsdyk, Chara coming off the books. Goalies. We do have Henrik Lundqvist. Again, unfortunately, Henrik Lundqvist didn't work out in real life. Speedy recovery going Hendrick's way. I would have loved to see him in the blue and red, but wasn't meant to be. We've got Samsonov, we've got Copley, we've got Anderson, we've got Fakal, and I bet you we have Vanacek somewhere in the minors. So looking pretty good. Let's take a look at our staff. We don't fire anybody right out of the gate. I think we're pretty good. I think we're going to roll with the staff that we got. So again, looking at our roster, I like where we're at. Again, we're dealing with a pretty good spot here, okay? We're in the kind of place where, we've got a lot of really talented players. And again, we've got Carlson, who's a great anchor on defense. Obviously, we've got Ovi, Backstrom. Ovi and Backstrom not getting any younger. Ovi 35, Backstrom 32, Backstrom on a long-term deal. What are we going to do with Ovechkin? Who knows? Only time will tell. But what I do know is that our goal is to make this team as competitive as possible. We're going to add some extra cups to the trophy case out at the front of Capital One Arena. We're going to add some banners to the rafters, and we're going to do it all right here on youtube.com/SnaggleJ. Again, if you like the video, drop a thumbs up. Feel free to leave some comments or questions in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back with some more FHM action on Thursday. And until next time, peace.